Hi guys, this is Rohit and welcome back to another vlog and welcome back to another review. So today I'll be reviewing the most underrated sedan, the Toyota Yaris. So this Toyota sedan is the third generation Yaris and the facelift version of this Yaris might be launched this year. So as of now we will be having this version on sale. In other European countries you have the hatchback version of this Yaris and the more performance oriented GR Yaris, and sadly you won't get any such cars over here in India because people prefer SUVs for more practicality over the sedans and other hatchbacks. So coming back to this Yaris over here, this is the top spec VX with 7-speed CVT automatic transmission, which takes us to the variant. So you basically have J, G, V and VX. So the variant J is the base model and the VX over here is the top model. And the best part about the Yaris is all the variants including the base variant are available in CVT automatic transmissions, which means you can have your Yaris base model in automatic transmission, which is really cool. And also the Yaris has first in segment features like HSEA or IR cut acoustic and vibration control glass, which enhances the driving experience with minimal vibrations and effectively blocking out the outside noise. And next it has the 60/40 rear split seats and you get power driver seat. And at the rear you get LED line guide in rear combination lamps. So a lot of first in segment features. This Yaris is in phantom brown and you have other color options like red, white, super white, silver and attitude black. And also you have dual tone color which is red with attitude black. So going on to the exteriors, this Toyota Yaris looks very distinctive from other sedans in the segment. So in the headlamps you can see this Yaris gets projector headlamps, and in between you have the high beam and next to it you have the turn indicators as you can see here. So over here you can see the DRL in the bumper, and underneath in the bumpers you can see the fog lamps over here with the black housing. And the thing which really separates this sedan from the others is this wide extended grille. So it is all completely blacked out as you can see here, and the grille is wide as well. And for the safety you get front parking sensors, and these bumpers over here are very shock absorbent. So on the safety note you have a better body construction. The tires over here are 185 by 60 section R15s, and also these alloys here are diamond cut alloys. And you have the same section of tires for all the variants, be it base variant or the top end variant. And suspension wise you get McPherson strut with stabilizer at the front, and for the rear you get torsion beam with stabilizer, and all the four wheels gets disc brakes, and they are only available for the top end variants which is V and VX. And for the lower variants you get drum brakes at the rear. Just like the front bumper, the rear bumper is also shock absorbent as you can see here. So coming over to the rear section, it's all simple over here. So right here you have these LED taillights with the line guide, and also you have the turn indicators in it. And in the lower portion of the bumper you can see the reflectors along with the fog lamps. And underneath you can see the chassis over here and the exhaust tailpipe as well. And coming back to the bumper you can see these 4 parking sensors. And on the tailgate you can see the Yaris badging. And just right there you have the rear parking camera. And on the right side you have the 1.5 VX, where VX is the variant and 1.5 means the engine displacement, which is a 1500cc. And moving on to the rear window over here you can see the defogger along with the stop lamp, and on the top you can find the shark fin antenna. So alright, let's open the boot and check the space. So as you can see here, the boot opening is very wide unlike the other cars, and the boot capacity is about 476 liters. And over here on the top you have the trunk light, and underneath the trunk you have the space saving spare wheel. So this is a 185 by 60 section R15 steel wheel, so you have a lot of space in here. And if you want more space you can fold those seats, as the rear seats are 60/40 split, which really adds to the practicality. And the boot lid or the tailgate can be opened by pressing the boot release button on the remote as you can see here. So alright, let's go on to the rear seats. So you get chrome handles over here. So you have this complete beach treatment on the doors and as well as the interiors. So at the bottom of the doors you have the speakers, and next to it you have the door pockets for your water bottle along with some space. And moving on to the top, on the armrest you can find this leather padding, and the leather is beige colored. And on this portion you get piano black inserts, and over here you have the door openers in chrome. And all these seats here gets adjustable headrests as you can see here. And in the center of the seats you get this armrest along with 2 cup holders and ISO fixed child seat mounts here. So alright, let's get in. So as you can see I'm sat here and I can say it's a lot spacious here. The legroom is fine, the knee room is great, and for the rear passengers you have these pockets and in the center you don't get any AC vents as such, and instead you get them on the top, which I'll be showing you in a minute. And down there you have two power sockets which are 12 volts each. It would have been much better if they have provided USB ports rather than 12 volts power sockets, but that's okay. And on the top you have these reading lights, and here, like I told you, you have this roof mounted air conditioning system. So this Yaris gets fully automatic climate control system. So on the left side you have the switches for the fan speed, and next to it you have the switches for the ambient lighting, so you can increase or decrease the intensity of the lighting based on your preferences. And instead of regular square shaped AC vents, you get these flapped kind of AC vents over here. So actually the air comes from this slit over here, and you can change the direction by just adjusting this flap over here, and that's how it works. Well, that's the reason you don't get any sunroof as such in this Yaris, or any Toyota car for that matter, because the thing is, having a sunroof really decreases the frame strength or makes the construction weak. Hence Toyota avoids sunroof in most of the cases, or the cars. Well, coming back over here, you can see how the front dash looks like. So it has that waterfall design for the center dash. So well, that's about the rear section. Let's move on to the front seats. So you get keyless entry and go along with chrome handles. So you get the same treatment which is seen on the rear doors. So you have the speaker here, and next to it you have the door pockets for your water bottle along with some space, and leather padding as well over here in the beige color. And here you get the piano black treatment, and you get these driver side controls. So you have the switches for all the 4 power windows, and the driver side gets auto up and down. And here you have the lock and unlock, and next to it you have the child lock, and on the top you have the auto fold switch for the exterior wing mirrors and the ORVM controls as well. So down there you have the pedals, and on the top you have the lever for the bonnet. And here you can see this tiny glow box on the driver side. You have these 3 switches over here, one for the headlamp leveling adjustment, and next to it you have the park assist, and the leftmost switch is for the traction off or the ESC off, engine start stop switch with the chrome surround. The air con vent on the driver's seat has this brushed aluminum finish, as you can see here. The talking point of this Yaris would be these seats over here. So this driver seat is electronically adjustable or power driven. So as you can see here, this is the first in segment feature, and no other cars in the segment have this feature, which makes it really upmarket. So alright, let's get in. And before getting in, over here you can see these levers for different functions. You can see the levers for the fuel lid and the trunk lid as well. So alright, let's switch on the ignition. So this steering wheel right here is tilt adjustable, and this wheel is wrapped in leather, as you can see here. And going on to the mounted controls on the steering, on the left side you have the infotainment buttons. So you have volume up and down buttons, track seeking buttons, phone buttons, and also a button for mode and hold. And on the right side you have the buttons to control the MID in the gauge cluster. So you can toggle through different functions in the MID using these switches over here. And behind the steering wheel over here you have the cruise control. And just right there behind the wheel you have the controls for the wipers, and on the right side you have the controls for the lights. You'll be getting paddle shifters for this CVT variant. So here is the gauge cluster. So on the left side you have the tachometer, and in the center you have the speedometer, and on the right corner you have the multi information display. So this display shows you different functions. As you can see here, it shows average fuel economy, total, average speed, and the next tab is for eco. You have eco savings. It shows you different measures, and in the settings you can set different things, and also it shows the gear and the time as well. And in the center you have the armrest finished in leather, and inside you have some space. And over here you have the 12 volts power socket, and again it would be much better if you get an USB port. And following it you have some provision to put your phone while charging. And here is the handbrake, and in the center console you can see the piano black treatment. So this gear shifter over here has the leather finish on it and some chrome as well. So this gearbox is a 7-speed super CVT automatic transmission, and this gearbox is aided with paddle shifters. For the people who prefer manual, you'll be getting 6-speed manual gearbox. And you can see this brushed aluminum finish on the either sides, and these inserts have been extended all the way onto the top. And following the gearbox you have 2 cup holders. This climate control over here is a fully automated climate control system. So on the left side you have the switches for the fan speed, and on the right side you have the temperature switch, and these switches have been separated by a little screen in between which shows all the AC functions. And also you have these buttons for different AC functions as well. In the center of the climate control you have this hazard switch, and following it you have the central AC vents, and these are square in shape. On the passenger side you can see the same brushed aluminum finish which is also seen on the central console, and this glow box over here has a cooling function as you can see there, and the glow box has been partitioned into two sections. So on the right side you have a special provision for the remote which is used to control the infotainment, and the overall space in the glow box is decent. Alright, let's close it. So back onto the center dash here you have the infotainment touchscreen, and this infotainment touchscreen comes with gesture controls which is really cool. So this infotainment touchscreen supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So in the settings you can see you have audio settings, display, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and in the application section you can see you have a lot of apps over here. So you have voice assist over here, and also you can plug in HDMI if you want. And the cool thing which I really love about this infotainment touchscreen is this: you can tilt the screen up and down or just play with it if you want. No other car in the segment, or at least under 30 lakhs, gets this feature, right? Actually this type of tilt infotainment touchscreens are seen on Range Rovers. So here you have it. And finally, after ages and ages, I could finally use my CDs. Can you just imagine that? So it's all combination of modern and retro, right? And finally, the only question in my mind is, will my CDs work or not? Alright, jokes apart. Actually, I didn't know that Yaris has this kind of feature. If not, I would have brought my Linkin Park or Backstreet Boys or 50 Cent CDs. Don't worry, I'll be doing it in another video just to recall all the memories. So coming back to the infotainment, so you have these ports over here. So you have a port for HDMI along with USB port, just in case if you want to play your songs in USB flash drives. On the top over here, you have the interior rear view mirror or the IRVM. And here is the sunglass holder. And you have reading lights for both the passenger and as well as the driver. And here is the sun visor with the vanity mirror inside. So that's about the interiors. And the thing that I liked the most was the infotainment touchscreen. It just brought back my old memories. So here is the engine bay, as you can see here. So this Yaris gets a gasoline or the petrol engine, and there is no diesel engine on offer. So this petrol engine is a 4-cylinder 1.5 liter dual VVT-I engine which produces 107 brake horsepower and a maximum torque of 140 Newton meters. And it is paired to a 7-speed Super CVT-I automatic transmission. And for the manual variants, you will be getting 6-speed gearbox. And coming to the mileage figures, the manual transmissions returns a mileage of 17.1 kilometers per liter, while the CVT or the automatic variant returns 17.8 kilometers per liter with a 42 liter fuel tank. Coming to the safety features, this Toyota Yaris is equipped with 7 airbags, hill start assist, vehicle stability control, ABS with EBD and BA, pedestrian protection compliance, tire pressuring monitoring system, front and rear parking sensors, follow me home headlamps, and immobilizer. And finally, coming to the on-road prices, the base variant J costs around 10,29,000 rupees on road Delhi, while the top variant VX CVT, which is right in front of us, costs around 16,82,000 rupees on road Delhi. On warranty note, this Toyota Yaris comes with 3 years for 1 lakh kilometers, which is standard, and further this warranty can be extended based on your preferences. So that's all for the review, guys. I hope you liked the review of this underrated sedan, the Toyota Yaris. So give it a like and share, and make sure you subscribe our channel for more such car reviews like this. See you in the next video. So until then, take care and bye.